From Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 News at 6.
That's why we said never stop searching anywhere, because we didn't know where he was.
Today, actually last Friday, was the day. And an arrest has been made.
A man is now charged with 2 counts of murder in the deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German. A Delphi man under arrest nearly 6 years after the murders in Delphi.
Doug Carter had made mention of that, as he could be living right amongst us, hiding in plain sight. And that's what he...
This announcement is a major step in an investigation that has captured Hoosiers' hearts and gained national attention. But this evening, investigators caution their work isn't over yet.
We're going to continue to take tips, continue to take any information anybody has.
We're going to keep after it. We're not going to stop.
Today is a day the families of Abby Williams and Libby German have been desperately waiting for nearly 6 years. State police announcing an arrest today in the murders of the 2 Delphi teens. And tonight we know the man charged is from Delphi and even worked at a local pharmacy. Thanks so much for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Dan Spiedler.
And I'm Birchelle Edmay. Today's announcement is a major development in this case, and one that loved ones, the Delphi community, and the nation have all been following for so many years now. But authorities made it clear this investigation is far from over. In February of 2017, 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German were found dead one day after going for a hike on the Delphi historic trails. Now, after years of releasing video that you're seeing now, audio, and those sketches, and
Climb ahead of us, but we're up for the challenge.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight live at 5 as we continue our top story today. Team coverage of a man now charged with the murder of 2 young girls from Delphi. Thanks for joining us tonight live at 5. I'm Dan Spiedler.
And I'm Birchelle Edmay. So it's not the end, but it is a breakthrough in this case. Abigail Williams and Liberty German were murdered in February of 2017. Their families, the Delphi community, and people globally have waited 5.5 years for a development like this. And now Richard Allen, the man you see here, is at the center of
Details today concerning this arrest. Today is not that day. Today is not that day. This investigation is far from complete, and we will not jeopardize its integrity by releasing or discussing documents or information before the appropriate time.
Right now, police aren't saying how any of those clues relate to this investigation or how the evidence led to Allen's arrest.
We do start with team coverage here on what we do know about this investigation and reaction from the girls' families and the Delphi community. To kickstart that, we are joined now with Fox 59's Russ McQuaid.
Russ?
And a good evening to you. I'm outside the Carroll County Courthouse in downtown Delphi, where last Friday, when Richard Allen came in here for his initial hearing, it was behind closed doors. It was held in secret. It's in a status right now of a closed case, sealed by a judge, and it will remain so until that judge and the prosecutor decide that the case has progressed far enough that releasing public information won't hurt the investigation. Richard Allen was not a stranger to this community, and sources indicate he even came forward in the early days of the investigation as a witness from the Monon High Bridge the day Abby Williams and Libby German were killed in February of 2017. A search of his home 2 weeks ago reportedly yielded evidence that led to his arrest. We were told Allen's name only recently surfaced again in this investigation, but the probable cause laying out that evidence will remain sealed in anticipation of his first pretrial hearing after the first of the year.
We did it in this case because the investigation is still open, and while all cases are important, the nature of this case has some extra scrutiny with it, and so my office, felt it was important to seal those records. There will be a public hearing on whether or not those records are going to remain sealed or not.
Allen's name popped up again this summer at about the same time prosecutors in Miami County were in talks to set a plea agreement with Kagan Klein. You may remember Klein was arrested on child pornography charges, and investigators say he was communicating with Libby German via social media persona named Anthony Schatz the night before her death. Based on tips from Klein, Indiana State Police divers searched the Wabash River for evidence, and his pretrial is set for December 22nd. The best evidence investigators have ever revealed is a voice and video recording made from Libby's cell phone of the killer as he approached them on the Monon High Bridge. It's possible if Allen's witness statement early on was recorded, it could be used to compare his voice to that found on Libby's cell phone. Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter said early on he expected the killer to be found living in the Delphi community, a sentiment that has been echoed throughout Carroll County.
It's concerning that he's a local guy.
Investigators did not answer my question when I asked them if they thought there were any other suspects connected to the killings of those two girls still in this community or still out there waiting to be discovered. Lewis, or rather the gentleman who's been arrested, Allen, is in another county jail for his own safekeeping. He's also being held without bond. In Delphi, Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.
Okay, Russ, thank you so much. Russ McQuaid reporting live there tonight in Delphi. Abby and Libby were best friends. They went for a hike that day on the Monon High Bridge when they were killed.
People around Delphi, the country, and even the world have seen their story and hoped, along with their families, for justice. In February of 2017, the girls were both in 8th grade at Delphi Community Middle School. Abby was 13. She was on the volleyball team, played saxophone in the band, and attended church with her family. She loved reading, camping, and swimming.
Libby was 14 years old. She enjoyed volleyball, softball, soccer, and swimming. She was in the band as well and participated in the academic bowl. She also enjoyed arts and crafts. Now, investigators today emphasize that today really is about Abby and Libby in their view. Their family members have been very open with us over the years about this loss.
And we've spoken to them so many times, every time a new clue was released in this investigation. Fox 59's Max Lewis has their reaction now to this latest development, an arrest.
Libby's grandparents, Mike and Becky Patty, say today doesn't feel like they thought it would.
I've always said that I would be screaming on the rooftops, but we're not. It's sad.
Sad because their lives for 5.5 years have been consumed by the search for the killer. And now the question is, what to do now?
We're all just kind of feeling our way and figuring out what our purpose is now.
They're also facing a harsh reality that Richard Allen was living amongst them the whole time.
I don't know the gentleman personally at all, so I've probably seen him, but, it's a small county, but definitely I don't know him.
One of the most chilling revelations was that Becky said Allen, who worked at a local CVS, had printed off pictures for the girls' funeral, leaving the family to wonder, how did nobody know?
Do you think there's anybody in this town that knew about this and kept their mouth shut?
I don't know. That would be speculation, really. I mean, what do you think?
It's a small town.
Sure is.
As for what they'd like to say to Allen in this moment,
I'll save those words when I see him face to face.
the Patties say now that they have their guy, the hard part begins. They don't just want an arrest, but a conviction.
I just know that there's another job, another hill for us to climb ahead of us, but we're up for the challenge, and we're going to keep after it.
Max Lewis reporting there. State Police Superintendent Doug Carter was very emotional when announcing those arrests today.
He noted Abby and Libby's legacy continues on, even in people who have never had the chance to meet them.
Abby and Libby, though in death, have had a profound effect on so many of us, on how we live, and as importantly, who we all should be.
Last year, Abby and Libby Memorial Park was dedicated in Delphi. It has softball fields, green space, a playground, and much more. It's a way to honor Abby and Libby and keep their memory alive during the ongoing fight for justice.
On the anniversary, Abby and Libby's families have held memorial food drives in Delphi, collecting non-perishable food donations to give to their local food pantries. Their families have told us something like this is what the girls would have wanted. And across Delphi, people have contributed to the push for justice in this case. From the very beginning, they've kept the girls' story out there, sharing clues that have been released throughout the investigation.
Today, we spoke with community members about this development and the fact that the man under arrest is from their small town.
I don't personally know the family, but my heart goes out for them. Very much so. You know, I have grandkids, kids. I would never want to be in their shoes ever.
There are memorials all around Delphi honoring the girls, and that includes on the Monon High Bridge where they were last seen. So many people leaving notes, as you see there, as well as tokens of love for the best friends.
Well, how did we get to this point? The Delphi murder case has taken so many twists and turns over the years, and still state police aren't saying if or how any of the evidence they've shared along the way led them to the suspect, Richard Allen. The first clue came out just a day after their deaths. State police released this picture from Libby's phone of a man seen walking on the trail around the time the girls disappeared. The next week they shared audio also from her phone that we've looped and played for you so many times through the years so you can hear it.
Down left. Down left.
Now, the next big clue came out in July of 2017 when state police released this sketch of the suspect based on tips from a witness on the trail that day. Nearly 2 years later, a new sketch. Police announced a new direction in the investigation and also shared this video from Libby's phone asking the public to pay attention to how the man walks. They also released this extended audio clip, slightly extended, and again we've looped it here.
Down left. Down left.
Last December, state police released information about a social media account they believe was tied to the Delphi case, asking for anyone who had contact with this Anthony Schatz social media profile to contact them. Transcripts revealed this year that the person behind that account was supposed to meet the girls on the trail the day they were killed. Police traced that profile to Keegan Klein, this man here. In August 2020, he was charged in connection to a child porn case and is currently in custody. He's never been charged or named a suspect in the murders. He says it's also possible his father, Tony, had access to that account. Neither has been charged in the Delphi case, and it's still unclear if or how that account was connected to the arrest just made recently here in the murders. Richard Allen now charged with 2 counts of murder, as we've been reporting tonight. He already had his initial hearing in court last week when he entered a plea of not guilty. His next court appearance is in January, and his trial is scheduled for March. Well, tonight, the Delphi investigation tip lines remain open.
Investigators are still encouraging people to call or email in tips. The investigation, as we've said, is not over, and police aren't ruling anything out. They say they will continue to examine tips and information that come in and see where they lead. If you have any tips to share, you can email or call the contact you see there on your screen. We will also keep it up, as we have in the last 5.5 years, up on fox59.com.
And we have continuing coverage online of the Delphi investigation at fox59.com. We'll have much more throughout the hour here on Fox 59 News at 6 as we continue to cover all the latest in the case.